Hi everyone, I'm Ash Foodie and I'm going to show you how to make an Indian restaurant style curry. Basically, Indian restaurant curry, they use a curry base in most of their curries, so you can actually use this curry base to make most of your favourite Indian restaurant curries. In Indian restaurants they call it a curry gravy, or we call it a curry base, curry sauce, whatever. I'm going to show you how to make it. Right, so I've spent about the last half an hour chopping red onions. As you can see here, I've got a big dish full. I know it seems like quite a lot, but these will cook right down and there'll be literally hardly any left. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a pan on a high heat, get it really heated up, and let's get some light on the situation. There we go. Right, so these red onions are going to go in this pan here, and it's going to be pretty much full right to the top actually. You can see quite a big pan full of onions. Now I'm going to add some vegetable oil to this pan, and it's going to seem like I'm putting quite a lot in, but honestly you do need quite a bit of vegetable oil, so in it goes. As I said earlier, we fry the curry, and later on when the curry's finished frying we can actually skim quite a lot of that oil off, and you can actually use it in other curries if you wanted to. The more you use it, the more flavour it gets. Now I've got ghee here, so I've got a big spoonful of ghee. This is the clarified butter we talked about earlier, so that's going into the pan, and I'll probably add a bit more of that later once I cook the individual curries, because I'll be frying off some chicken to put into these curries, and I'm actually using chicken thigh fillets, because I find them a lot tastier than breast. They don't dry out as much when you cook them, and I think they're just generally more tasty. So anyway, see you in a bit. So yeah, just wiped the tears off my eyes after frying all those onions off. Whilst they're cooking, I'm just going to talk you through the spices that go into the curry base. So we've got turmeric, coriander, ground cinnamon, and paprika, and that's basically the 4 spices we're going to put into the base, apart from a bit of salt and pepper. So you can see I've got them there in the bowl, fairly equal quantities, probably a bit more paprika than anything else. That helps to add a lot of extra colour to the curry as well, which is nice. So once we've got those onions fried down and they're nice and golden, we're going to add those spices and fry those off, and this is going to kind of make a curry paste. So I'll show you that part in a moment. Bye. Right, so I'm just going to show you these red onions now they're cooking down. You can see they've reduced down quite a bit from where they were, and you can see they're actually frying in that oil. The secret here is to do this slowly, because you don't want them to burn, otherwise they're going to taste bitter. So you just got to be patient really, and when they're ready, they're ready. Right, so my onions have been cooking down for about 30-40 minutes now, and as you can see they're really sort of golden brown, frying in that oil, and we're about ready to add the other ingredients, so show you what's going on. Right, so to our curry now I'm going to add the garlic and ginger paste. So I'm going to pretty much put most of this into the pan. Actually, yeah, I think probably about 3/4 of that's going in there, maybe a little bit more. The reason I'm putting this in now rather than earlier is because as you know, garlic has a tendency to burn quite quickly and easily, and if that happens then your curry's just going to taste bitter and horrible. So we're going to put that in now, and just going to cook that off just for a minute, and just to get those flavours out. For a minute, so I'm going to add a tin of chopped tomatoes into here, and I'm going to fry those tomatoes off as well, which is really going to help to break those down. And you'll see at the moment I haven't added any spices at all. It's literally just raw ingredients. And right, so those tomatoes have cooked down for a few minutes now, and you can start to see like it's bubbling. There's a bit of oil on top. It's starting to resemble a bit of a curry base. So now I've got my spices that we looked at earlier. So I'm just going to put those into the mix and give them a stir in. And this is basically where it starts to come alive and resemble more of a curry paste, especially when the spices hit the air. Okay, so our curry base has been frying down for about another 10 minutes now, so I'm just going to show you what it looks like. So you can see all of the grease on top. Really, it is basically, yeah, it's a curry paste now, and yeah, we're ready to go with the rest of the ingredients and turn it into some curries. Back. So now what we're going to do is we're going to blend our curry paste. What I'm going to do first is I'm going to add probably about half a litre of water to help loosen it up, and that's going to help me to blend it into a really smooth paste. So here we go. So I've just taken this curry off the heat, and I'm just going to pour about sort of half a litre of water into there just to loosen it up a bit. That's going to help me with the blender, also cool it down a bit so it doesn't melt the end of my plastic blender here. So yeah, I'm just going to put that in and give it a blend, and probably can't hear me now, but it's going to turn smooth and pasty. Okay, so I've finished blending that now, and you can see it's quite a thick paste. I'm just going to have a little taste, and it doesn't really taste like a curry at the moment. It tastes almost a little bit soapy, but it's got a nice flavour with the ginger and the garlic and the onions in there. But now I'm going to show you how to turn that into a restaurant style curry, and it's quick and easy, so let's go. But I've got my ghee here, so I'm just going to put this into a hot pan, and you'll see that starts to melt down, and it basically turns into like an oil as it melts down, and it doesn't burn like butter, which is good because it's had all the other stuff taken out of it. Now, I said earlier I'm using chicken thighs. Well, these are my chicken thigh pieces, and I'm just trying to make enough here for like an individual portion, because what I've got is I've got the curry gravy here in my big pan, which you can see, and I'm just going to use like a ladle full of this gravy to add to my meat and my spices so that I can make like an individual portion of curry. So I'm going to put this chicken thigh into the hot ghee and start to brown it now. And you hear that's starting to brown pretty quick. So I'm just going to, it's on quite a high heat because we want to cook this like really quick, seal all those flavours and moisture in. So these chicken thighs are just browning off now in this ghee. And now what I've got is I've got some chilli powder, red chilli powder, which is quite spicy. And because this is a spicy curry, that's what we're going for. So now I'm going to put my chilli powder in with the chicken and the ghee, and just cook that quickly and stir that around, get that coated in all of that spice mix, as you can see here. And once that chili's cooked off, I filled the air with quite a bit of spice there. Once that's cooked down, then I'm going to literally just add like a ladle full of the curry base, and this is just going to make your sauce. So I'll put a little bit more in because you want to cook it right down. So this is basically how your Indian restaurants are going to make your curry, and why, if you've ever wondered how when you order a curry how quick they do it, this is how they do it, because they already have the base or the gravy made ready. So it's just a case of really cooking the meat, and some of them probably even pre-cook the meat, which is why sometimes you can go places and the meat can be a bit dry and chewy, whereas I like to cook it fresh, and it's only going to take a few minutes for this chicken thigh to cook through. It's really not going to take long at all. So basically my curry's just cooking now. Tip for vindaloo is malt vinegar. I showed you this earlier in the cupboard. I was jumping ahead. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put like a cap of malt vinegar into this curry, and I'm going to let that cook down with the other ingredients, and then that's what kind of gives vindaloo its sharp flavour, I guess. So right, I'm back and the curry's finished cooking. There we go, restaurant style vindaloo, all ready. Just put some chopped coriander on top, and good to go. Exactly how you'd find it at a British Indian restaurant.